Continuing our reading in Poppy's Return by Avi, today is Chapter 4, A Decision. Poppy gathered 10 of the children and stood them before the entryway to the snag. At the same time, Rye went down among the roots and insisted that Junior come out too. When all had been assembled, Poppy introduced them to her sister. Children, this is your Aunt Lily. Aunt Lily, this is Mariposa, Columbine, Verbena, Scrub Oak, Pipsacua, Crabgrass, Locust, Sassafras, Walnut, Snowberry, and Ragweed Jr. The young mice stared at the newcomer with intense curiosity. What do you say, children? Pleased to meet you, Aunt Lily, they chorused, except for Junior, who chose to stare glumly at the ground. And while we're very happy that Lily came to visit, Poppy continued, I'm afraid she's brought us sad news. Poppy's tone made Junior look up. It's about my father, she said. Your grandfather, whom you've never met. Of course, I've talked about him. Remember, his name is Lungwort. Lily has come to tell us he's not very well. Lily spoke up. Your mother's papa, Lungwort, who is my father too, asked me to come here. He very much needs your mother to visit. Can we come? Piped up Pipsacua immediately. Poppy and Rye exchanged looks. That's something we haven't decided, said Rye. But we will soon, said Poppy, because if I go, I'll need to leave quickly. Now why don't you show your aunt about while your father and I talk things over? The young mice, all but Junior, gathered around Lily and led her into the snag. Junior, said Rye, aren't you going along with the others? Nah, I'm going over to Mephitus's place. Poppy tried not to show her disappointment. Are his parents there? Quit checking up on me all the time, said Junior. I'm almost 3 months old, not exactly a baby. I can take care of myself. Junior, said Rye, it's the responsibility of parents to know where their children are at all times. Hey, Pops, aren't you forgetting, said Junior. When your brother Ragweed was 4 months old, he took off from home, right? Right, permanently? And what did you tell me Ragweed was always saying? A mouse has to do what a mouse has to do. Did I get that right? So I figure I can pretty well take care of myself too. That okay with you? He started off. When will you be back? Poppy called after him. Later, said Junior as he disappeared from view. Not very sympathetic, is he? Said Rye as he looked after his departing son. Rye, said Poppy, Junior doesn't like us anymore. Hopefully it's just his age, said Rye, and he'll get over it. But what if he doesn't? Said Poppy. Oh my, it's hard when your own child turns against you. Let's talk about that later, said Rye, giving Poppy a nuzzle. You need to decide what you're going to do. I don't think I have much choice, said Poppy. They seem to need me to make a visit back there. Rye, it's been a long time since I've been there and seen them. It will seem very strange why none of them has ever come and met you or the children. You never wanted us to. It was all so complicated. Do you think we should go? Said Rye. I'd love it if everyone could meet the family, said Poppy. But it's a long trip, and you know the forest can be dangerous. It has many creatures, not all pleasant. No, there's no telling who's out there. And with so many struggling children in tow, it's best we don't go, said Rye. You'll travel faster that way, both ways. But I will need to stay home, he pointed out. Don't take offense, but the thought of you traveling alone. He gave her a nuzzle. I've done it before, Poppy reminded him. She smiled at him. Maybe I'm a little wiser now, and if Lily can do it, surely so can I. I know, but... No, I understand, said Poppy, taking up Rye's paw. I'd feel the same way if you were going off, and of course Lily will be with me. Not on the way back. That's true, Poppy said, and became thoughtful and stared into the woods in the direction Junior had taken. Rye, she said, uncertainty in her voice. Rye, what would you think if I took Junior? Good gracious, why would you even want to? Rye, I think I've lost contact with him as a parent, that is. But just maybe if he and I travel, well, just the two of us, it might bring us together, you know? Something of an adventure. The worst that could happen is that it would go badly. Things could hardly be poorer than they are now. If we could get along, it might be something special. Junior was right. Ragweed left home when he was 4 months old. This may be the last chance I'll have to be with Junior. Of course, she added, I'll have to ask him if he wants to come. He might say no, Rye warned. I'm going to chance it, said Poppy. I do admire you, Poppy, said Rye with a grin. But then, he added, I always have. Thank you. And if Junior and I become friends again, the trip will be worth it. When Aunt Lily returned with the children, Poppy took her aside and informed her she would make the trip to Grey House. They could leave the next day. Oh, Poppy, said Lily, Papa will be gratified, so will Mama. You'll see. You will get on so much better with them than you used to. Papa's mellowed. Poppy, however, said nothing about Junior coming. She wanted to speak to him first, and she dreaded it. That's the end of chapter 4.